Tonight's group is focused on community engagement. So that's a little bit a different spin than what we've done in the past. So just keep that in mind. We were there for rehearsals, and you're going to see some great pitches.
So in other words, these can be businesses, but they might also be other kinds of organizations that will elicit engagement from the community.
Right. You're going to see all different types, and they're all at different levels of where they are. So keep that in mind. Some of them are raring to go tonight. They're like, let's do this. And others are like, why have I signed up for this? So as an audience, please be kind and be supportive. The process was that we had them all submit applications, and there were several applications that were turned in. And then from there, there was a team of panelists that have nothing to do with Indiana, with Anderson. They had an outside opinion, and they chose the top 6. So the ones that you're going to see tonight are the ones that were chosen, the top 6, based on their written applications. From there, we have been offering support. We've had a great support team that have been working with these pitches, making sure that that they have all the tools that they need to understand this. And the presentations that you're going to see tonight are all 20 slides for 20 seconds. Okay, and they're just going to roll automatically, and they have 6 minutes and 40 seconds to tell you and convince you to vote for them.
Not 6:50.
Not 6:50.
Not 6:42.
No.
6:40.
Exactly.
And immediately, as soon as one pitch is over with, then immediately the next one will come up. So you're not going to get a lot of emceeing or bantering in between the different pitches. It goes right from one to the next, and the entire evening will stay fast moving. Until the end of the evening, after all of the pitches have happened, then what happens?
Then you will vote and by putting your ticket into one of these buckets right here. So hang on to those tickets.
And if you think your ticket isn't enough, greenbacks are welcome as well.
Money makes the world go round.
Indeed.
So absolutely.
All right, our first pitch, please.
Hi, my name is Kayla Change, and let me get my notes here. And I'm a teacher in my 9th year. This is my product demo assistant, Addie, who used to be one of my students in a Montessori classroom. She will be demonstrating what it looks like when a Montessori student is working. When I asked Addie what she likes about her time in a Montessori environment, she told me,
"It's not boring."
It's not boring. I'm honored to stand before you as a downtown Anderson resident who has a bubbling passion and desire for this community. I've been invigorated watching other businesses take on the rebuilding process here, and I'm ready to follow in their footsteps. Today, I'm seeking your support for my pitch to bring a powerful model of education to our community, Montessori education. Maria Montessori was the first woman physician in Italy in 1897. She approached education in her community with a tenacious spirit, innovative thinking, and a deep understanding of child development. Nowadays, when we hear about Montessori, we often think of upper middle class private preschools with little diversity, but this is not actually how the Montessori method began. Dr. Montessori developed her methods with great success while working with vulnerable populations, children in the poor working class, and children who could not learn, or as we now understand, children with disabilities. Working with these two groups of children led to Montessori's curriculum of life skills and hands-on work for concrete learning in all subjects. Fun fact, the children who could not learn actually scored the same or higher than the normal students on their standardized tests of the time because of her method. I believe all children deserve a quality individualized education that meets their specific needs. Madison County is full of children who are slipping through the cracks of our education system. Our children who are at risk need one-on-one attention, focused intervention, and repetition, all of which are provided in the Montessori environment. Traditional schooling with the teacher at the center does not work for all children, and they deserve options. Currently, Anderson families are traveling out of our city to receive Montessori education, the closest Montessori elementary school being 30 miles to the south. Additionally, the school serves a wealthy population, meaning many deserving children are missing out on an education that was truly designed for them. In Montessori classrooms, students work at their own pace with work they choose in any subject area. Teachers help students by guiding their work, instructing one-on-one or small group the majority of the time. In the multi-age Montessori classroom, older students mentor younger children. This is the magic of Montessori classroom. This culture of focus and total engagement is something that is seldom seen in a traditional classroom. Children in the Montessori environment feel pride in the work that they initiate and complete. Their natural abilities and interests are nourished. They develop important life skills like collaboration, empathy, independence, perseverance, motivation, and confidence. I believe Indiana is prime for an educational endeavor like this for 3 reasons, which are starred on this slide. This slide actually was taken out of the presentation, so I apologize for that. Our education rating is 35th in the nation. Our quality of life rating is 48th out of 50. But our level of opportunity is 11th out of 50. With this level of opportunity, I believe Montessori in Indiana will not only improve our quality of education, but also our quality of life, resulting in a thriving community. Early childhood education is the foundation for a child. In Anderson, we have a few quality early childhood options for a diverse population, so my school will start with a class of preschoolers. In order to become a licensed facility, our building must have a fenced-in play area, and this is where the money from pitch night will be spent, along with smaller miscellaneous startup costs. Based on informal community surveys, interest in Montessori is very high, and an elementary program would be the next step for us in our future. We're an organization that values connecting to the community through community projects like gardens, hosting events, or volunteering with other organizations. And our mission, most importantly, is to serve all children, operating on scholarships and a sliding scale for tuition. Once we become licensed, we would also have access to federal money and food program assistance. My current team is small, but perfect for the size of our current need. I have access to Montessori and early childhood consultants, an administrative manager, Montessori instructors, and eager parents ready to dig into this endeavor with me. The time is right, and the land is fertile in Anderson for this forward-thinking method to grow and bear fruit. I hope that together we can make it happen tonight. Find us on Facebook at A Montessori Peace or by searching Anderson Montessori Peacemakers. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Sherry Peak Davis, and I'm the Executive Director for the Anderson Impact Center. And I am representing the Sweet 16 neighborhood committees, and now it's time for a major event, which will be our Sweet 16 neighborhood block party in the community to increase neighborhood engagement. Now, Veteran Foundation and Prosperity Indiana, they saw a lot of possibilities for this neighborhood that spans between Brown, Delaware, 10th Street, Rabel Avenue, and 29th Street, in the 46016, the 46016 zip code that is centrally located and is positioned just minutes from downtown Anderson, making this area the heart of the city. The committees have been working diligently, and they have developed a quality of life plan for the community, and we have garnered a lot of press and support for the work that we have done over the last 2 years. The Sweet 16 committees, they have worked in key areas to make thriving neighborhoods, which are housing, transportation and infrastructure, business development, education and job training, and health and safety. And they have also worked with community partners to host a food drive for the Carrie Mae Hyatt Food Pantry, offer a career expo that highlighted local education and job training opportunities, advocated for strong transportation and infrastructure options, and provided decent and affordable housing. They also participated in health fairs to offer preventative healthcare screenings and offered business classes for entrepreneurs and small business owners. Now that we have entered into phase 2 of the project, which requires community ownership to move toward the vision of love where you live. Yeah. So with that, what was missing in the neighborhood was identity. Because when we found that when people are feeling disconnected and they needed a sense of belonging to the neighborhood. So a crest was created, which is the Sweet 16 logo that you'll see on every slide. that reflects the key areas in the Sweet 16 neighborhood. And those are, once again, the Housing Committee, Transportation and Infrastructure, Education and Job Training, Business Development, and Health and Safety. We know that identity is important. It's very key. And just like when you watch people that go to the Colts game, you know you all have on your blue jerseys with the white horseshoe on it, and you're focused on a common goal, and that's for the Colts to win. Well, this also can work for the Sweet 16 neighborhood. So the branding, which is a crest, it now needs to be infused into the neighborhood. And this will be happening by way of having home window decals, business and community organization decals, and neighborhood project work vests. So picture this, a decal saying, a proud member of the Sweet 16 neighborhood. Now, that's community pride. The work vests will be used for neighborhood projects, and we will be distributing them and recollecting them at every event. Now, this establishes team uniform and may encourage others to volunteer. And funds are needed for the decals, the vests, and other neighborhood branded items. And we found that the most productive way to engage a community is to have a major event such as the block party, which is planned for this summer, and funds are needed for this. So the block party will get neighbors out of their homes and into a central location where many volunteers will be having on their work vests, and we will distribute the decals, and we will spotlight the selected revitalization project area, which will be between 10th Street and 17th Street along Madison Avenue. We will have an architectural rendering and a display of what the new Madison Avenue will look like. Now, this location was selected because this high-traffic area will give the housing, the business development, education, job training, transportation and infrastructure, and health and safety work groups more visibility and opportunities to highlight their work. Our plans are also to have a Sweet 16 billboard located along Madison Avenue. The block party then gives people an opportunity to volunteer for the Madison Avenue project. And if they register to volunteer, they will receive a Sweet 16 t-shirt and other incentives. This block party will have all of the fun and the fixings that any other block party would. We will have our work groups that will have stations, and they will be highlighting the work plans, and we will have hands-on friendly family activities for all ages. We will also have free food and drinks, a DJ and games and raffle prizes, and so much more. We will also invite our residents, our businesses, and organizations in the area to join in by hosting an activity or simply giving out free fun items for the neighborhood to enjoy. We will encourage participants to take pictures of logo items and share them on their social media outlets like Facebook. Even do a Facebook Live video, because some of you know me, I like my Facebook Live videos. We'll also do postings on Twitter and Instagram and Snapchat as well, because it's all about blasting the Sweet 16 all over the area. And so in order to continue the engagement with the community after the block party, we will be offering an opt-in Sweet 16 text messaging service to keep everyone updated on neighborhood projects, programs, and events. So just like us, Veteran Foundation and Prosperity Indiana, they saw this particular area in Anderson as a diamond in the rough. And they wanted to do the work here as they had done in Muncie, Indiana in the 812 area. So funding for this block party and these items mentioned will help move our vision forward. So you know what, everybody? This is personal for me because I grew up in the 46016 zip code. And now I have grandchildren who also live in the 46016 zip code. And I would love for them to be able to have fun in the parks, to be able to go to the local corner store and buy candy, and really know who their neighbors are. I just don't want this to be a dream, because I know this can become a reality. And that is why the Sweet 16 neighborhood committees are committed to advocating for neighborhood engagement and improvements that will make the Sweet 16 area a place for all to love where they live. And that, my friends, is exactly what the Sweet 16 Neighborhood Project is all about. For alone, we can do so little, but together, we can do so much.
Thank you for coming tonight. My name is Melissa O'Connor. I am here to pitch my small business, Pulp and Pine DIY Craft Studio and Handmade Market. So what Pulp and Pine is we are a DIY, so that's a do-it-yourself craft studio and also a handmade market. So what we do is we offer a really relaxing, fun atmosphere, just like here. This is our new studio coming. I'll talk about it in a little bit. But we offer this fun, relaxing community for people to come together with friends or coworkers or family and do something creative together. So a craft project or something like that. We also encourage you to bring beer or wine, so if you like to do that, that's also something you can do. These are the various items that we've either offered as a project or will be offering, but I like to tell people we are Pinterest inspired. So anything that you see out there on Pinterest or you just want to create, you let us know and we create it, and we have the community come together and do that. So we tell people, we stay with the trends. So currently, home decor signs is very popular right now. So we're doing a lot of those. The great thing about it is it requires zero skill. So a lot of people look at these and go, oh my goodness, zero skill. So you can come in, paint your sign, do whatever you need to do. You go home, you get to hang it that night. So again, we go with the trends. That's a trend that's gonna go out. We realize that and we adapt to whatever the next trend is. And so we're really all about bringing people together and being creative. So it's twofold. It's fellowship with friends, getting out of the house. So the backstory is, let me go to this first. This is my favorite quote of all time. The desire to create is one of the deepest yearnings of the human soul. And I truly believe that, and that's how Pulp and Pine was created. So about a year ago, I was a busy working mom. I didn't make a lot of time for my needs. I was raising kids. I loved that. But I was really, really needing social interaction with friends. I was needing to be creative. I came from, as a little girl, being creative, doing all kinds of things. But you know, when you raise children, that becomes your life. So a year ago, I said, you know what? I'm going to start looking for somewhere that my friends can come together and we can do something creative in Anderson. I didn't find anything. I found some things during the day, but nothing that for the working mom. Fast forward. So this is January, a year ago, January of 18. I decided I'm going to create a craft club. Why not? And so I did. So 6 girlfriends came to my house. We did a really fun project together. And we said, we need to do this more. We need to offer this. And we did. And so every month we had more people come in. Our craft club now has 400 members of this community. Yes, yes. So I realized very quickly, it wasn't just my desire. There is a desire out there in this area, not in Wine and Canvas in Hamilton Town Center and wherever. We need something here. So I created Pulp and Pine DIY Mobile Workshop about a year ago. And so I was mobile, so I would go out to businesses, small businesses I would partner with, I would rent facilities, I would go to people's garages, anywhere that we can get people together in a community, fellowship, and have fun and be creative. So I've been doing that for the last year. Demand is out there because, again, no one's meeting these desires that we need. And so a few months ago, I said, we actually need a location in Anderson. We need a studio. And so I found one. And so we're going to open April 26th. Yes. And so we couldn't be any happier. We're just east of downtown, right on the river at the old Grand Junction Gallery building. And so we're finally able to bring a place where people can come together, get creative, not just paint, we do paper too, anything. And so that's our biggest win right now. But the biggest thing too that we need right now is we need more hands. And that's why I'm here to pitch this. So we're already established, yes. I'm sure some of you are like, well, hey, hold on, she's still going. I am established, but I'm doing it on my own with some really great friends. And we need more hands. We need more people helping us and getting us to be able to meet the demands of this community. So I'm here to pitch just strictly for that, to get the word out, to let people know we need people to actually help me. Let's build this business. Let's meet the needs of this community. On top of the DIY studio, the other exciting thing is we're a handmade market. So what that is we're going to have several, I have 15 commitments so far of Indiana makers who have items that will be on display in our studio as like a small boutique that we can actually be on display in Madison County. So I see this trend, and a lot of you I'm sure see it, especially in Hamilton County. Sorry, this is a slide of a lot of the people who will be represented in our studio. But I noticed that we're driving out of the county to go to these handmade markets. They're so popular. And so I'm going, why am I driving all the way to Carmel or wherever to find handmade items? We need it here. So again, I have a small area. It could expand if we needed it to, that we are going to offer Indiana makers and artisans items. There's a maker movement. I buy it. I love it. My friends love it. I know you love it. And so we're going to offer it. So it's twofold. So it's one, meeting the community, meeting the needs, bringing this creativity back, getting out of our homes, away from our family, just for a few hours. We love our family, but we need to get out. So that's first piece. And then second piece, obviously, is also fostering these other makers who are so important, and they need Anderson behind them. We don't need to be driving, again, out of county. I'm repetitive, but it's important. We don't need to be driving out of the county. We can do it here. So again, I'm super excited. Our grand opening is April 26th, 2 p.m. We're going to do a ribbon cutting. And then lastly, you can find us on pulpandpinediy.com. My Facebook is Pulp and Pine DIY Craft Studio. And then I'll do lives all the time, so you'll see me all over. But I just really want your vote just so that you can see what we're doing. And again, where our craft club went from 6 to 400, imagine what we can do with the space for a studio. So thank you. I love your support.
Hello. That is Rocky. My little brother is the one holding the dog, Charlie. Unfortunately, both are no longer with us. Charlie passed away from cancer almost 20 years ago. Bless his heart. What an old soul he was. He is a big source of the drive, passion I have for healing people. It is hard to see people suffering and dying. It is even harder when the suffering and dying has known cures. But I'm not here to talk about how to cure cancer. I'm here to talk about access to food so that we can let food be thy medicine and medicine thy food. Food life is about implementing ecological sustainable solutions that make healthy food available to all of Anderson's citizens. Presently, Anderson has a food desert problem. Well, as you can see, the whole country does. Fortunately, there is a solution. ESIA has the solution. We only need to implement it. ECSIA, ESIA, Environmentally Controlled, Sustainable Integrated Agriculture, bases its roots in aquaponics. Simply stated, ESIA is water conditioning and commercial agriculture. Patent-pending technology includes mineralizing fish waste in an RAS, recirculating aquaculture system, or closed-loop system, converting the waste into plant food in hours, not weeks. This is accomplished with the AWWC, Aquaculture Wastewater Conversion Unit. ESIA considers food safety most important feature. ESIA is a zero-waste system. So, let us feed everyone with this food miracle and install one of these life-changing systems right in the heart of downtown Anderson, where everyone can see how quickly and abundantly it grows fish, fruits, and vegetables. Instead of needing food to be brought into town, we grow our own. It has done wonders in Haiti, where Glenn and his team installed an ESIA at an orphanage. They know how to grow their own food now and can teach others the same, solving their food insecurity issues for a long time to come. This is Anderson. We are the red dot, and we happen to fall in a food desert area. Moving out from where we are in the dot, a band of not food desert, then more food desert, and then not food desert. Here's Glenn talking about everywhere they put them. We build and set up these growing systems around the globe, complete with training to assure our customers' success. With a ESIA system currently located as far away as the forgotten island of La Gonave, a Haitian orphanage, have been enabled to feed themselves as well as make a profit. This is the draft of what is now urban reap, where Isaiah was used to fix a food desert. It is a wonderful story about a couple who bought a building and were inspired to start a grocery store in their struggling neighborhood. This is what it turned into when the community got involved, got together, and shifted the paradigm. Check this out. She says the Gaines gave $51,000 towards the renovation of our nonprofit Jubilee Food Market in our food desert. She goes on to say, years ago, Joanne was one of our models in Mission Waco's Fashion with a Passion fundraiser long before HGTV days. Funding comes from unexpected places sometimes. So, this area was once a food desert. Would you imagine an oasis would exist here looking down over Jubilee and Reap with bountiful food grown locally, off-grid, and sustainably? They can afford to pass the savings on to the customers who are paying the cheapest price for the most nutritious produce available. Look at all that beautiful produce. Kale, basil, Swiss chard, jalapenos. Here we are again. Close up of the main stage theater. Looks sort of like Waco overhead, but let's direct our attention diagonally to the building over there. It's for sale. Well, I was inspired by the Gaines family, so I am announcing right now, Photos for Food fundraiser to raise money to buy this building. Okay. So, this is what we will buy with the prize money. The FFM is the smallest model, but is perfect. It says, sequential rearing of plants, and the module easily affords a weekly bountiful harvest. Do not underestimate the yields of profit potential from the FFM. This is a serious revenue generator with a very healthy margin. Although only one person is required to manage and operate the FFM, it is a module modeled for a family business. As with all Isaiah modules, organic certification is easily accomplished. Access to food is easily accomplished. People deserve access to healthy food. People deserve access to healthy life, food life. Let it feed everyone.
Hello, everyone. So, you know that feeling when you're a kid and you can't always get what you want or even what you need without help? When we were children, our families used assistance to put some foods more in reach. Even as adults, we have needed food assistance for our own families, such as free or reduced lunches, food stamps, and food pantries.
We realized our situations aren't that unique. Many of our neighbors in this very community struggle with food security without our knowledge. We want to take food access into our own hands in a way that empowers our community. Everyone deserves equality around the table, and we want to make it happen sooner rather than later.
According to Oxfam America, around half of working families struggle to afford food. Minimum wage has stayed stagnant at $7.25 an hour since 2009. Working a full-time job could earn you about $15,000 annually. Meanwhile, grocery costs are up 25% and rent is more than 50% higher. And what about people who are isolated or have mobility issues? Approximately 8 million of our senior population in America are threatened by hunger, and the USDA calls disability an important risk factor in food insecurity. Many have to face daily choices between medication and nutrition.
Have you ever used public transportation to do your grocery shopping? Here on the west side of Anderson, you would have to take one bus to the central terminal, wait for a connecting bus, ride to the grocery store, buy only what you can carry, wait for a return bus to the terminal, wait for your connecting bus, get off at your stop, walk home, and hope you didn't forget anything since you can't just run back to the store.
Nearly 2 years ago, Anderson's West Side lost its last full-service grocery store and has little hope of attracting another at this point. As more and more time passes with no real grocery store in the area, we have realized that food security is not only a financial issue, but also an issue of access.
We believe a great way to address food access is a mobile food market. We don't know exactly what our mobile market would look like yet. It could be a van like this, a truck, or even a city bus that's no longer in use.
Wink.
But many cities around the world are successfully serving their communities in this way.
With a mobile food market, we can distribute food to central locations that are more accessible to those without transportation. We hope to have permission from apartment complexes, churches, schools, the public library, and community centers, anyone who will partner with us, really. And our vehicle will be based on other models, but we want to consider the interests of our community. Not only will we distribute food and information, but we would like to use a removable structure that allows us to occasionally transport groups to food-related activities and events. For instance, a field trip to visit Food Life Aquaponics Project. You know?
We realize that there may be some people who are unable to get to our delivery locations. In order to meet the needs of those in our community who have mobility issues, such as elderly people who are isolated or people who are disabled, we plan to deliver right to the doors of those who qualify for this service. Our mobile market will essentially be a mobile farmers market, so we plan to participate in the SNAP Farmers Market Program and the Double Up Bucks program. Families can not only use their SNAP cards, also known as EBT or food stamps, at our market, but will also get double the produce for their SNAP dollars.
And our hope is to make fresh produce more accessible by using sliding scale pricing. We plan to study various models and determine which system or combination of systems might best serve our community's needs. We know not everybody has EBT, but still may not be able to afford it. We also realize some people may operate through alternative economies or simply may not have the cash to purchase from us, and we hope to provide the opportunity for work exchange as well, whether it be processing and delivery, or for those that need to work from home, you can help with data or contacting partners or potential clients.
In order to make the mobile market run smoothly, we need lots of produce. Our market plans to work with local growers such as Free Folk Farm and Food Life Aquaponics, hopefully. We hope to build a network of local growers who can supply our community with fresh, affordable produce through our mobile market. We will work closely with local organizations such as the Madison County Local Food Network, a newly formed group seeking nonprofit status. Jessica and I are both already active members, and we strive to address food security with like-minded people. We hope to discover the support of other entities that are passionate about food access as well.
I'm so eager. We want to create opportunities for community members to share their knowledge through classes, demonstrations, and other group activities, coming from the knowledge of the community. We hope to work with other local organizations to bring these activities closer to the homes and neighborhoods of potential participants.
We will also be an information resource for the people we serve in the community. We plan to provide information on all things food, from nutrition to gardening. We hope to build relationships with and be more than a market to our customers by engaging people in ways that improve their lives.
With a mobile vehicle, we have the potential to strengthen our community connections. We see ourselves as a needle sewing the thread between local food producers, local organizations, and local citizens who are participating in these projects and consuming this food.
We believe a mobile market has the best potential to have many positive outcomes, but the most important result we can see of supporting a mobile market is making local, affordable, and fresh food more accessible to everyone who lives in our community. Thank you for your time tonight. I'm Caroline.
And I'm Jessica. And we're so grateful for the opportunity to share with you our vision for equality around the table on the west side of Anderson.
If we win this pitch night tonight, we would love to use the money to start our project and hopefully purchase a vehicle to start up our mobile market.
If you're interested in following our project or getting involved with us, please like our Facebook page at Eat Anderson, Indiana.
Good evening. I'm Cheryl McKinney, and this is my friend Robin Abels, and we met on the pickleball court.
We represent the Madison County Pickleball Association. That's right, we said pickleball. The fun sport with the funny name. Please allow us to explain why we are here asking for your vote tonight.
Meet Jessica. She was diagnosed with congestive heart failure last April. As you can imagine, this was devastating news for a mother of 5. Jessica began the normal cardiac rehab of medication and walking on a treadmill. In July, she had a slight improvement, but her doctor was unhappy with her slow progress. This pickleball gives you an idea of how effective her heart was compared to the average heart. Enter pickleball, the fastest growing sport in the USA over the last 5 years. Jessica was introduced to pickleball by a friend in August of 18 and instantly became addicted to this fun game with the funny name. A few months later, her heart function showed significant improvement as depicted in this image. She and her doctor attribute this to the game of pickleball. However, her doctor wanted to schedule her for a pacemaker. Jessica had other plans. More on her later.
Let's talk a little bit about pickleball. Pickleball is a paddle sport that combines elements of badminton, tennis, and ping pong. 2 or 4 players use solid paddles to hit a ball similar to a wiffle ball over a net. Pickleball is a low-impact sport that people of all skill ages can enjoy. We currently play with people from ages 10 to 72.
Let's talk about Kevin and Lonnie, both competitive athletes. Kevin played volleyball and basketball until his late 30s. Lonnie was a runner until just a few years ago. Both suffered serious injuries that sidelined them. Defeat and discouragement led to a significant weight gain for both of them. Pickleball gave them hope. In January of 18, Kevin found pickleball completely by accident while he was on a cruise, and Lonnie was introduced to pickleball by a friend 1 year ago as well. Lonnie admits that she wasn't very good, but she still loved to play and found the others very welcoming despite her low skill level. Currently, Kevin and Lonnie are down over 40 pounds each, and they have pickleball to thank.
My husband James and Cheryl's husband Paul both experienced horrific leg injuries that prevented them from playing sports for years. A mutual friend invited all 4 of us to play a year ago as well. My reaction was to laugh again when I heard what it was called. Paul actually expected to sit on the sidelines while Cheryl learned to play. Our husbands have found that since pickleball is a low-impact sport, they are finally able to play a sport competitively again. My children, ages 10, 12, and 14, are also able to play with us. Pickleball is one of our favorite things to do because it really does span the ages and offers so many opportunities to connect with other people. In fact, James and I will be playing in our first tournament together in our 2 weeks, and Paul and Cheryl played in their first tournament back in October.
Stories after stories. In fact, after only 1 year promoting pickleball at a local church, we've amassed over 200 new players and created an amazing community that's rallied around each other in various ways outside of pickleball, not just on the court. Now, here's the challenge. In order to introduce pickleball to as much of the Madison County community as possible, we have some obstacles to remove. First and foremost, not enough people know what pickleball is. And if you've heard about it, you probably haven't played it, or you don't know the rules, or you simply don't know where to go to learn how to play. Nearly everyone that tries pickleball enjoys it. And the health benefits are just an added bonus because you're playing a fun game. And while we've already spent time focusing on the health benefits, we truly see this as so much more for our community. We haven't talked about the potential impact to the community through hosting tournaments. One of the coolest things about pickleball is so many players enjoy traveling to tournaments. Robin mentioned she'll be playing in her first tournament in a couple of weeks, and I played in Kentucky in February, and I won gold and silver medals. Gold in the women's doubles and silver in the mixed doubles. The Kentucky tournament had 189 players attending from 11 different states. Imagine the benefit to our county if we could host the same type of tournaments. Just imagine for a minute a place where you can play pickleball year-round, absolutely free. And imagine hundreds of people flocking to Anderson, Indiana to play in a pickleball tournament. You can be a part of this vision tonight. And we are finalizing plans to use a large facility in the heart of Madison County for indoor play.
Our goal is to start promoting pickleball for the health benefits and the pure fun of the game by hosting free clinics. To do this, we must purchase portable nets, balls, and demo paddles for players to use. If we receive your vote tonight, this will allow us to offer pickleball completely free to absolutely everyone. We want to build a community where people come for friendships and...
All walks of life.
Oh, yes, sorry.
Remember Jessica, AKA my gold medal partner?
Hi, I'm Jessica, and I was determined not to have a pacemaker, which is very permanent, and I am way too young for that. So now I increased my playing time to every day. It's so much fun. And remember what my heart looked like before. Coming up, you're going to see what it looks like now with my loss of 30 pounds. And thank you. It's right here. My doctors are super impressed, and I no longer need a pacemaker. And so it's the fun sport with the funny name, all due to pickleball. And you can join us. And once you do, just like me, you'll be hooked.
This is why we're pitching. We want to see others throughout the community sharing in these incredible health benefits, building friendships, and having fun. A start like this can help us persuade the City of Anderson to consider unused courts like those at Mays Park for a long-term facility. Your vote for the Madison County Pickleball Association will bring pickleball absolutely free to everyone in Madison County.
We
are pickleball obsessed.
I do want to say that we did miss a very, very, very important sales tactic. After that person gave cash, we were supposed to sit here and be completely silent and just look at everybody else till they actually stood up and did something.
All right.
Let's give a moment for that. I mean, $100 from the Eagles. You guys ever even heard of the Eagles? I mean, you know where they have a building, stuff like that. They're kind of here. They gave it to pickleball. All right. Is there somebody that maybe, like $10, something? Somebody throw like $10 at somebody? You're a bunch of stingy people. This is amazing.
Or shy.
All right.
Or shy. Or shy.
Well, you got...
I'll throw $40. Food Life. $40 for Food Life.
Under what name? What do you do?
Me? Oh, no.
No, he doesn't want to do that. Okay. What?
We have more?
And you are?
Jeff with Steel Inks.
Jeff's a local maker.
Who are you voting for?
The equality around the table mobile market.
Anybody else? If you're so moved, so inclined, come forth.
We could just walk off the stage and not tell you who won. We've got all kinds of options. Oh, there we go. There we go. So before we actually announce who won, where's this going? Who are you giving it to?
Eat.
Oh, going to eat? Okay, perfect. It's Amber Jones.
All right, before we announce too, don't you think we probably ought to call... Oh, wait, yeah.
Oh, okay, there we go. It's still happening. Perfect. See, silence is golden in this cycle. There you go, sir.
Yeah, we have a bus that we'd like to donate to eat.
Holy cow. I don't know how you could top that. Wow.
All right, who can top that?
There's somebody being pointed at over there, but I don't know if that's actually going to happen or... Oh, down here. Where are you throwing this cash at?
Sweet $90 to Sweet 16.
Sweet.
Anybody topping the bus yet?
Okay, well, let's bring up all the pictures then.
Thought maybe
And you can
somebody-
look at their eyes for you guys who didn't give anything. So I just asked Kristen Cooper to come to the stage really briefly and give us a little bit of an idea of something that you want to do as well.
Well, I'm so happy. First of all, congratulations to each one of you. You were so inspiring, so well prepared. You are the heart and soul of Madison County, and it's an honor for me to be in your presence. So thank you, and congratulations to each one of you. And this community is really lucky to have every single one of you. So to Shane's earlier point, whether you win tonight or not, just keep going. And the startup ladies will certainly be here to help you with that. So, Shane, I want to thank you for the opportunity for allowing the Startup Ladies to be part of this event tonight. So, we are a for-profit membership organization that helps entrepreneurs go from idea to market to growth. And then we also work with independently wealthy people and train them to invest in startups. And then we put them together. So last year, in our first investor cohort, we helped generate over $100,000 in investment. So pretty cool for year one, right? So we're continuing to grow that. We've got chapters in Indianapolis, Bloomington, and Terre Haute. We also have an online platform. So this evening, we're so thrilled to be able to support you, Shane, and Madison County with a membership to whoever wins. And I also said that I was very fortunate. I got a little...
You can hold the second one if you want to wait to announce that second one.
I will do that. I will do that. But thank you.
Stay up on stage with
We're excited to present a membership to the Startup Ladies. So they will be invited to all of our startup study halls. They'll have access to the educational platform online. And you'll have access to our investor network. So... And we have a Startup Ladies Fund. So twice a year we do pitches too. We want our members to have the opportunity to try to raise awareness and raise more money. So we're excited to continue the partnership. So thank you.
Thank you so much. Kristen, how many times have you been to Anderson?
I think
Twice. This is 2, right?
Yes.
Perfect. So I mean, these events are drawing in people. They're drawing out a lot of interest. I'm getting calls from other cities, other states saying, Shane, why don't you just move here and do this there? We'll pay you to do it. And I just keep answering the same way. I don't care about you. Like, this is where I'm at. So with that kind of like vein and that type of thought, another thing I want to announce is whoever wins is also going to get about a 3 to 4 minute commercial spot as well. It's going to be filmed by a local marketing company that's also a startup called Premier Modern Marketing. They're just now starting up. They've been doing a lot of commercials for the north side of Indianapolis and in downtown Indianapolis. So it's another thing that person's going to get beyond the love that we're all going to feel for each other. These guys will all be friends. It's an amazing experience. What else could I do to draw out the time? You guys still want to know who won this thing?
Shane, I can tell you that...
we could go home. We could go home.
I interviewed all of the participants of last year's pitch, and that was a common theme that every one of them said to me was the camaraderie and support of each other that they realized during the process of getting ready for pitch night. And those relationships continue today.
There's Bethenny. Do you have something to announce, Bethenny? Bethenny was also a pitcher.
3 hours of organizing or cleaning services for the winners.
And of course, Bethenny is your Happy Home Solutions.
Just a little gift there. I mean, you're an entrepreneur, you're doing things. You guys are going to be doing quite a bit of people wanting to talk to you, have interviews with you, maybe like have little conversations. We have to write things down. You guys getting bored yet? Do you really want to know this number yet? But Bethany's going to help clean their house. Kristen's gonna help them like get connected to people that can really make a change and really make things happen really quickly. You guys are already those people too, so you need to step up and make that happen as well. What Kristen's given is it's a high dollar item that she's just giving away. I think she's crazy, but she keeps doing it. I don't know what you saw in any conversation we ever have where you keep talking to me, but it keeps happening. Happy about it. Oh man, so I drove here today and
a funny thing happened on the way to the theater.
He's just stalling until somebody donates a building for the Food Life.
There's some people that have buildings here sitting in the room, but I won't point them out.
I already talked to a couple of people.
There we go. Things are happening. Things are happening. So remember, when we announce the person that won, we're still going to ask them to say how much it's going to cost to get into VIP. I challenge everybody to go over there. If you guys go real fast, you may be able to just walk right past them, so keep that in mind. They're going to have to leave here immediately, so they're not going to be waiting around for you guys to like have conversations with them. If you want to talk to them, give them $5 or give them $10, whatever it is that they want to pay, whoever it is that wins. But the winner is Pickleball.
Thank you. That's exciting.
It's so exciting, but we couldn't have done it without the support of all of our fellow pickleballers. And I know that our last slide, there were some technical difficulties. We want to invite all of you to come out to the Bethenny Christian Church Gym Tuesday night at 7:30. It's right across from Highland. And we're going to teach you how to play pickleball. We want you to have the same passion.
Yeah, guys, it changed my life. It can change yours. So come on out.
Meet us down at Kettle Top. $5.
$5.
$5.
$5.
Thank you.